Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So from the title you will know that I bought the GTX 1080, and yeah, I know it's probably the wrong timing to buy this GPU since in another month or so I think Nvidia might release their new GPU lineup, but I just could not wait anymore, and I know that even when that comes out the prices will be very high. So I just decided to just buy the GTX 1080, which I think will be good enough for another 2 to 3 years for 1080p gaming. So I went with the Gigabyte Windforce OC edition of the card, as this was the only one that was available at that time. So now let's unbox this graphic card. It comes in this box that is like very big. I mean, compared to the GTX 950 that I got from Zotac, that box was very small compared to this. Here is some of its highlighted features printed at the back. You get another box inside the original box. It looks decent enough. I mean, I think my Zotac box looked better, and this one looks a bit damaged. I hope my graphic card is not damaged inside. So inside this box you'll get another box that has the quick start guide and the DVD. Now let's have a look at the graphic card itself. Wow, this graphic card is heavy though. I mean, compared to the GTX 950 that I had, this is very heavy. This graphic card comes with a back plate, and this is the biggest graphic card I've ever owned. It's around 11 inches. Now there is another version of this card. I think it's called the G1 gaming version. It looks the same. The only difference is that it has a fan stop indicator on top and RGB. So this Windforce edition of the card is supposed to do a better job at cooling the GPU with the unique blade fan design that they have. This card comes with a metal backplate which will offer some protection, and it also gives the card a clean and sleek look. Connectivity wise, you will get one HDMI 2.0 port, 3 display 1.4 ports, and one DVI-D port. This card needs just one 8-pin connector, which is quite good for a overclocked card. You can also do SLI in the future if needed. Now let's install this card into my system. This is my old Zotac GTX 950, which is very small compared to that card. Now all you need to do is align the card with the PCIe Express slot and push down on it till you hear a click. Now you need to tighten the screw for the back plate so that the weight of the card is distributed. Now you need to connect the 8-pin power cable to this GPU. I have a Corsair VS550 power supply, which is good enough for this GPU. A minimum of 500 watt power supply is recommended for this GPU. I read it somewhere, I don't remember where, but I think it was on the Gigabyte website that I saw it. Now let's boot up the system. So once you boot up the system, now since this is the first time I'm using the card, the resolution is like the lowest resolution possible. So you will need to change that, change the resolution to 1080p. You will also need to install the Nvidia drivers. Now what I will do is I will head to the Gigabyte website and download the necessary drivers for this card. Now this is the Nvidia drivers, I think, so I will download that directly from Nvidia's website. So the only thing that I will need is this under the utility tab. I will download these two apps. These are the apps to overclock the GPU. The app that we need is the VGA Extreme Engine. I think that app is made for this card, but I'm sure you can use the other one as well. Most of the time I'll be using MSI Afterburner, but this is a good app. I mean, since it has profiles built into it, so it's good and easy to overclock your GPU if you need to. Now we are in the GeForce Experience tab. It shows that the drivers are already installed, which means it's the drivers that I had for the GTX 950. It's using the same drivers, but I will still go ahead and install the drivers that I downloaded from the Nvidia website for the GTX 1080. After that, I will install both of the software that we downloaded from the Gigabyte website and just check it out. This overclocking utility is for the Aorus lineup of cards, I guess, but I'm sure we can use it with this GPU as well. There are few preset profiles in this apps. So in OC mode, the core clock is set to the base core clock is set to 1657 megahertz, and it gets a boost speed up to 1797 megahertz. And in gaming mode, the base clock is set to 1632 megahertz, and the boost clock is set to 1771 megahertz. There are a few more preset modes available, so you can play around with it. And if you're familiar with overclocking, you can use your own settings and overclock this GPU with this utility. But I might most probably use just MSI Afterburner if I need to overclock it. So my plans for this card and the channel future is that I might do benchmark test for this card at 4K and then 1440p and 1080p. Or what should I do? You guys recommend. Maybe I should just start doing some gameplay videos, but even if I do that, I don't think I will do any commentary, so it will just be gameplay videos. So do comment in the comment section below as to what you all would like to see from this card and my Ryzen system. Yes, I know most probably this is the wrong time that I bought this card, but yeah, even when the next generation of Nvidia cards release, I'm sure, pretty damn sure, that it will be at a higher cost because of the mining thing that is going on. So I just decided that, you know what, I will just go and get this card, because later on it will, I mean, if I go to buy the new generation of GPUs, it will still be on the higher side. So I decided to buy this 10 GTX 1080, as it will be like right now it can easily play games at 1080p, but 2-3 years later, even then it will be able to play 1080p games easily at good settings. So see you guys in the next one. thank you guys for watching my video. If you like the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. Peace.